Here, what's going on, everybody? And we're here with some more Dokkan battle, and today we will be taking a look here at Mercenary Tao. We do have him here at 55%, so let's go ahead and go over what the character's doing, and then we'll hop into an event and see what he's looking like in-game. So Tao's leader skills: Mission Execution or Earthbred Fighters 3 key, 200% to HP, 170% to attack and defense. Then he gives an additional 50% to all stats for characters who also belong to Dragon Ball Seekers or Earthling. Now I will say, when it comes to his 220%, the Earthling and Dragon Ball Seekers, I'm not a big fan of it because Earthling is such a small category. Dragon Ball Seekers is okay, but Earthling is such a small category. You really don't have that many options for like the 220%. But I do love that he leads Earthbred Fighters because that gives you access to the 10th anniversary fusions, Beast Gohan, Gotenks, things like that. So you do get a high class of characters with that Earthbred Fighter category. And then I think Mission Execution is also a really good category as well. So Tao's super attack, the Crane School Assassin Strike. Super attack effect: massively raise attack for one turn, cause immense damage to the enemy, and then he also lowers the enemy's attack and defense. I mean, at this point, it's 2025 Dokkan. Why can't 30% on defense? Come on. That's what I think. Every Dokkan Fest moving forward should have at least 30% defense on their super attack effect. That's just me. So Tao does have an intro. Intro can be activated when there's another mission execution category ally on the team upon the character's entry. One time only, randomly change key spheres of a certain type, physical excluded. 2 rainbow key spheres, and then he stuns all enemies for one turn. So that stun could be very useful for battle hardened formidable foes. If you take on the Cell Max fight, right? So Gamma 1, Gamma 2, and Cell Max, in the first phase of that fight can be stunned. So you will have access, so ton stun, Tao's stun would be useful in that event. And then he has this, so for one time only, but he'll get it for the rest of the fight. He gets 100% to attack, chance of performing a critical hit, and damage reduction plus 50%. I think that's crazy. 50% damage reduction, insane. Basic effect: he gets 2 key, 200% to attack and defense. I say this all the time. This seems to be the standard for the at the moment. I wonder, whenever we get the global Dokkan campaign, will units moving forward, will they bump this up to, like, let's say 220% after that campaign? So like, say whatever character we get, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, right? Will he have like attack and defense plus 220% in his basic effect? I think we might see an increase in the global Dokkan campaign. That's just my theory. I could be wrong. And then he gets 30% damage reduction and a medium chance to perform a critical hit. So with Tao's intro, he has 80% chance to crit, and then he has 80% damage reduction. That's insane for just a May 30th Dokkan Fest character, right? That's really good. I love that Tao has that. And then he has, when attacking with 12 or more key, gets 200% to attack. For every rainbow key sphere obtained, he gets 200% to attack when attacking. When receiving an attack, he gets 200% to defense. I love this ability. All the top tier characters in this game has this ability right here. When receiving an unarmed super attack, so when he receives a melee super attack, he has a great chance to nullify it, and then he counters with tremendous power. Then when the enemy's in the following status, stunned, he gets 500% to attack, performs a critical hit, and then he gets 500% to attack when HP 70% or less. So when he stuns the enemy, he's just getting 500% to attack. Yeah. And that's why he has this right here, right? That one turn stun on his intro to pair along with this. Now, if there was a way you can damage yourself and fall below that 70% HP to get this up as well, Tao will hit like a truck, y'all. Okay, so that's his passive. Here is the build that I have so far. Like I said, this is a 55% showcase. What I recommend going with, probably like raw defense, right? Because he is 80% damage reduction. Giving him raw defense would help out a lot. The best raw defensive equip I had for Tal at the moment is just like this level 5 defense equip. I wish I had like the level 6 or level 7, but you know, you gotta put in some hours in that equipment stage to get those. So this is the best that I have at the moment. And then I'm mainly focusing on raw defense and additionals, right? You don't need to give him crit. As we went over earlier, he has like an 80% chance to crit. Maybe dodge. The thing with dodge is that we're in a meta where there's so much like dodge canceling going around, right? So you don't really want to give him dodge. If this was like last year, full dodge, right? Guaranteed full dodge character. But this year, maybe, you know, dodge canceling's everywhere, so I don't recommend. So like secondary dodge, like if you give him like 6 dodge, 10 dodge, that's fine. But additional and then raw defense is what I'm going with. Link set, Crane School, Supreme Warrior, Coward, The Incredible Adventure, Dodon Ray, Brutal Beatdown, Fierce Battle. His Link set is hot buns. Terrible, terrible Link set. Like, look at this. Dodon Ray. Who are we running to get Dodon Ray up? And Dodon Ray, 15% to attack when performing a super attack. You know what would be crazy? And I would love it if Dokkan did this for part 2. Just make it Cyborg Tao, right? Make it this character right here for the part 2 LR. That would be funny as hell. But yeah, like Dodon Ray. Who are we running? Look at that category. Crane School. Like, come on. Who are we running? So yeah, his link set's bad. One link set I did like that they gave him, the Incredible Adventure, right? So if you run him on a Dragon Ball team, he's getting 3 key, 7% to attack and defense. Now that 3 key is very, very important for Tao, because when we went over his passive, I can just pull this up again for you guys. He doesn't have any key. The only key he gets is from his basic effect. So him getting key from the Incredible Adventure, really huge. And then I did get his links up to level 10 if you were wondering why they're at level 10. I feel like for 55% showcases, showing the unit at their fullest at 55% will be a good representation on if a player wants to summon or not. So let's say someone is saving their stones and they're like, I wonder if I want to summon for Tao. And they come across my video with him at 55%, level 10 links to see how he looks, and they go, okay, I like that. I got a copy of Tao. Let me get him to 55, level 10 links. I'm okay with that. So that's why I do them at level 10 links. Categories: Mission Execution, Earthbed Fighters, Dragon Ball Seekers, Earthling, Dragon Ball Saga, Sibling Bond, Target Goku's Sworn Enemy. He's on 8 teams. The only relevant team, there's 2 relevant teams, right? His team, Mission Execution, I think is really good. And then Earthbed Fighters. Those are like the 2 relevant teams he have at the moment. So this is the team we have built out for Tao. We're going to hop into the God of Destruction Beerus Goku Story Red Zone fight. I love using that fight for showcases, and it's been a minute since I hopped into that fight to do a showcase. So this is the team we have built out. We have Glorio support. We have Path to Power Kid Goku. We also brought General Blue because General Blue does work very well with Tao. And so let's go ahead and hop on in, see what Tao's looking like.
Please, to kill you.
Perfect. So we have Rainbow Orb changing galore on this team. Okay, so like I said, with General Blue, we do have 3 out of 7 links up. The Incredible Adventures, Brutal Beatdown, Fierce Battle. Now the friend is rainbowed, as you can see here. He's rainbowed. What's the build? Let's see the friend's build. I like something like this. What I recommend this friend do is probably decrease the crit though, right? He has 80% chance to crit with his intro. We don't need 15 crit points in the hidden potential system. You could put that to more additional. And I think this is a perfect build, right? You take away some of that crit, slap it on that additional, perfect build. All right, so let's see. So Tao gets more damage with Rainbow Orbs, right? So let's get these 4. Let's do that. Let's give this to General Blue. Doesn't matter what he gets. And then we'll give this to Gotenks. Gotenks get him 24 keys. So let's see what the friend Tao is looking like. Oh, super right off the bat. I love it. Let's see. How much damage? 80% damage reduction, by the way. It should be double digits, right? Laughable. 62. 62. What? Wow. 62. Just casual. This is not like a crazy juicing setup. Just casual 62 million. And you can't stun Beerus, right? So if you could stun Beerus, we would have had way over 62 billion. That's great. Tao is crazy. Now that's the friend. That's the Rainbow Tao, right? So he's going to be a little bit more juiced. What we want to see is what my Tao is looking like. That's the real question. Good dodge. But yes, that 19 from the super. Now Beerus, what is Beerus super tech? Is it like 2.2 million? Hold on, let me pull up the stats real quick. Lord Beerus. What is Lord Beerus super attack damage? Okay, yeah, he super for 2.1. Oh, Glorio. Odewa. Glorio. Odewa. Glorio. Okay, so we have path to path. Really? We have Path to Power Kid Goku, right? So Path to Power Kid Goku works really well with Tao. One, because he's a Rainbow Orb Changer, and two, he has this ability right here at the bottom. With 7 or more Key Spheres obtained, or with 5 or more Key Spheres obtained as the third attacker in the turn, all allies get an 8% chance to crit and 8% damage reduction, right? He's also given all allies 8% attack and defense for 2 turns. Well, Tao. Okay, so let's play it out like this. Let's give Tao the 4 Rainbow Orbs he needs, right? Okay, so we got more than 7 Ki. So now Path to Power Kid Goku is giving Tao 8% damage reduction. So now Tao has 88% damage reduction, right? And he's also giving him attack and defense support, 8%. It's, oh, and his crit as well. He has an 88% chance to crit because of Path to Power Kid Goku. And then we have Glorio, who's gonna give what is it, like 50% to attack and defense for 3 turns as third. 51. We only have 2 links active: the Incredible Adventure and Fierce Battle. 51. Tal is insane, bro. He is, what? 55%, y'all. 51 million. Like I said, this is not even, we didn't even go, like, we don't have General Blue. General Blue gives what, 40% to mission execution category characters? Yeah, mission execution gets 40%. Oh, General Blue, when we have a mission execution or Dragon Ball Saga category ally in the same turn, he gives 30% to attack and defense for 2 turns. So he's giving 2-turn support. Wow, okay, I forgot about that. I low-key forgot about that. But then, like, 51, just casual. Just casual. You know, some characters, you need like a real juicing setup to set them up for 51 million. Tao's just like, nah, here we go. He just sits down. He just, you know, he wakes up, stretch, gets the crust out his eyes. Casual 51 million. What? What? Just wakes up, take a piss, 51 million attack stat. What? Now, there's one thing that I wish they would have did with Tao is in his passive. If he would have had, like, he gets an additional 1 key per rainbow key sphere obtained, because with that being worded like that, let's say you have like a crazy field of rainbow orbs, right? Now he can get those 5 because it's going to take him. Glorio, are we dodging? Nice. Okay. Heart beating through my chest, right? I'm like, Glorio, what are we doing?
Gonna get some food, Grandpa.
So, like I said, so with Tao, if he would have had that wording, like AGL Gogeta, right, where he gets an additional 3 key per rainbow key sphere obtained, it's going to take him down the path of the rainbows because he's getting additional keys. So I'm trying to get him the most amount of key. If Tao had that as in his passive, it would take him down that. So let's say you can get 5 rainbow orbs, but most of the time you're looking at 3 to 4 rainbow orbs for Tao. So like I said, I say all that to say this. What we're seeing from Tao is not something where we're going out of our way to provide like juicing stats and things like that. No, this is Tao. Like, this is him. Just Tao. Just, like I said, he wakes up, stretch, gets the crust out his eyes. 60 million attack stat. Like, let me see now we have Glorio support, right? In Path to Power Kid Goku, 2-turn support. Let's see what this Tao's looking like. This is gonna be crazy. Just 73, just cap. Man, just 73 million. Yeah. See, if the friend would have took away some of those points in crit, right? You take away at least 10, right? You can take away 10. You can give him 5 crit. If you want to give him 5 crit from an equipment, so be it. Let's take some of that away. Let's give it to the additional. You could potentially get in the hit potential system super, right? Tao's giving 100% on attack. 73, he gets an additional super. Now you're looking at like 80 something. General Blue. General Blue. Oh, okay. General Blue got scared. He ran into a real god of destruction. But like, look what we're doing to Beerus. Granted, Tao has type advantage, but like, just look what we're doing to Beerus. This is what, turn 3, and Beerus is already below 40% HP. Tao is crazy. He's insane. He's a really good character. I'm very impressed with Tao. Real impressed. Okay, so this would be a good example of what I was talking about earlier. So Tao, like, look, we're going to go down to physical orbs. This one will give us 4. If he had that additional 1 key per rainbow key sphere, it would take us down that path to get the 5 rainbow orbs. So that could be like, that's one knock towards Tao, is that, yeah, you want rainbow orb changing, but you're not going to get like the legendary 5 rainbow orbs unless you just get like crazy lucky. We do want to make sure Goku gets 7. Yep. And then Go Tanks. Get that to Go Tanks here. $51. Like, dude, the Tao is crazy. Like I said, this is 55%. Level 10 link. So this is what Tao would look like in the average player's hands. Like if someone who's not like a super whale, and you just get your 1 copy and you're like, all right, I'm happy with that. This is what Tao's gonna look like. 51 million. Like, that's crazy good. That's crazy good. Dude, I like this Tao. I like this Tao. And then 80% damage reduction. It truly feels like AGL Ginyu. So during the 7th anniversary, right? JP tweets out the next Dokkan Fest, and it's Ginyu. Global players are like, oh yeah, we're skipping Ginyu because Ginyu's going to be before. Goku. We didn't dodge it. Oh, we dead. 104. Laughable. So on global, Ginyu would release before the 7th anniversary. So all global players was like, oh, we're skipping Ginyu. Get out of here, Ginyu. Skippity skip, right? And then Ginyu details get tweeted out. And then we see how good Ginyu is in the game, and now we're like, we're still skipping Ginyu, or are we gonna summon? Are we gonna summon for Ginyu? Like, that's what Tao feels like. I'm telling people to save for the GDC, the Global Dokkan campaign, because I feel like it's going to be Daima, right? Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Goma, Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, whoever. I feel like it's going to be Daima, but I'm also looking at Tao like, okay, he's really good. Like, he's really good. Oh, and we can use his active skill. So let's look at a scenario like this, right? We don't have that many rainbow orbs, and that could be like a thing for Tao. Tao needs rainbow orbs to do his damage, right? So let's go ahead and I never went over his active skill. You're probably thinking to yourself, Trey, what the hell are you talking about? Active skill? Yeah, Tao has an active skill. Can be activated when there's a Dragon Ball Seeker or Kamehameha category enemy, or when all allies in the same turn or mission execution. He causes ultimate damage, then he stuns the enemy for 1 turn, changes STR and Int key spheres to rainbow. Unfortunately, we don't have that many STR or Int key spheres on the field, but you can still use it to change that. Like this singular STR orb up here, we're going to use his active skill to change that. Just go ahead and play this. Now that's one thing I will say about Tao's active skill. It's not going to do a lot of damage, right? Because most of Tao's attack come from when he's attacking, or how much orbs he has, right? So he's not going to do a lot of damage from his active skill. I look at his active skill as more of like a utility thing, right? To generate more rainbow orbs for Tao if he needs it. So unfortunately, we're still only able to just to get the 3, which is fine. Let's do that. let's go. We don't have to use Glorio's active skill. And then let's get this to Gladio. And let's see. 60. With only 3 rainbow orbs, y'all. 60 million. Granted, we do have a lot of support. We have General Blue, Gladio. Oh, 69. Nice. Like, yeah, Tao is crazy. He's crazy. He's crazy. He's crazy. I kind of want to do. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna hop into another event, probably the Vegeta Red Zone Planetamic Saga fight, because in those early fights you can stun the characters. So then we can see Tao really juiced up with that stun support. So yeah, we're gonna hop into that fight and see. New record with Tao? I love to see it. So I'll see y'all then. Alright, so I brought us here to the, like I said, the Vegeta Red Zone Planetamic Saga fight. Because in these early stages, you can stun Kui and Dodoria. So we can get the stun on them and then we'll get that 500% to attack for Tao. So let's check that out. I think we still got our intros on as well, so we'll watch the intros again. Like, I'm not even gonna cap with y'all. Like, I was low key like this much, right? Disappointed that it was Tao, because it became like a thing where it's like, could it be Shallot, right? We was like, oh, it could be Shallot, right? It'd be cool to have Shallot in Dokkan, whatever. As you can see, Kui is stunned here, so we do have that 500% to attack. Let me just go ahead and show y'all that again. Right here at the bottom, when the enemy's in the stun status, 500% to attack, and we do guarantee crit. This is the friend, so the friend, this friend is rainbowed as well. Oh, battle motion. I meant to go over there. And, you know, standard, yeah, battle motion. So let's get these 4. We do want to make sure we get 7 for Goku here, because Goku gives Tao that 8% crit, 8% damage reduction, and 8% to attack and defense. And then we'll give that to AGL Kid Goku. So let's see what Tao looks like this turn. Got the crit, and he's just at 81 when the character's stunned. Just 81. That's, yeah, Tao's good. If you could, 9999, we got the 9. That's a, what is it, YouTube short clip. Tao does crazy damage. Just 99999. Orewa video. Oh, we don't have Tao this turn? I'll just cut this turn and then we'll show back up next turn when we have Tao on rotation. So I'll see y'all then. Alright, so here we are back on Tao's turn. We got my Tao on rotation now. Now this would be perfect to use his active skill if Dodoria had more health. Because look at all these STR orbs, right? We'll change those to rainbow, and then we can get the legendary 5 rainbow orbs for Tao. But we would kill Dodoria with the active skill. Now, to my knowledge, I don't think Tao has a KO screen on the active skill, so we're not going to play it. So let's just play this. Give that to Goku. And then we'll give this to Tao. And what I like about Tao, right? So Tao seems like an upgraded version of Super Saiyan 3 Diamond Vegeta, because they work very similar. 74. 55%, 74. Yeah, Tao is good. He's really good. I like Tao. What I was saying about Tao being like an upgraded version of Super Saiyan 3 Diamond Vegeta, right? So Diamond Vegeta, he's a character that has a lot of excuse me, I have a belch there. A lot of damage reduction, right? In slot 1, he gets like, I want to say 50% damage reduction. Oh no, he gets 20% damage reduction in slot 1, right? So in total, he has like 70% damage reduction in slot 1. In slot 2 or 3, Vegeta would only get 50. Tao seems like an upgrade, because Tao, you could put him anywhere and he has his 80% damage reduction. That's why I say Tao feels like an upgrade of a Super Saiyan 3 Diamond Vegeta, because you could put Tao anywhere and he has that 80% damage reduction. Versus Vegeta, You put him in slot, he has to be in slot 1. And Vegeta's also like, he needs the enemy to attack before he attacks because that's how he gets his additional supers as well. Tao doesn't have that. Now Tao just does one big attack, but as you guys can see, that one big attack is like 70 million. They're like, well, yeah, that's a big ass attack. That's a huge, massive attack. So that's why I say I feel like he's an upgraded version of Super Saiyan 3 Daima Vegeta. Oh, I'm yapping. I'm just gonna cut this turn and then we'll show back up next turn when we have Tao. So I'll see y'all then. All right, so here we are back on Tao's turn, and can we get 4? We sure can. So let's put Tao in slot 1. Ooh, but can we get Goku his 7? No. Okay, so this is where we can utilize Tao's active skill, right? So we need more rainbow orbs for Path to Power Kid Goku. So let's go ahead and pop this active skill for Tao. We can generate more rainbow orbs. Yeah, look at that. The 1 point, like the active, it's such a huge difference from the active skill damage to when he supers you. It's such a huge drop off. So let's get those 4. We can get Fat to Power Goku the 7 that he needs, and then Blodio, just get Blodio, those right there. So like you saw that 1.8 million active skill damage. Now watch this, 51, just 51. Yeah. So linked up with Path to Power Kid Goku, it seems like the standard is 51 for Tao at 55% level 10 links. I wish I could have got the rainbowed, not rainbow. I wish I could have got my Tao with General Blue, because General Blue does give that 40% to mission execution characters. There's the 4 for Tao. General Blue, don't get us killed. Kid Goku, I'm not worried about. He's a demon as well. Dragon Ball Saga is looking like a really decent 71. With the release of General Tao, Mercenary Tao, and General Blue, Dragon Ball Saga, oh, this is double digits. Watch, laughable. Doesn't he seal? He stuns. Good thing we got the super off. Yeah, laughable. But Dragon Ball Saga is approaching like competitive team, right? With the release of Kid Goku for Saiyan Day, the banner unit Chi-Chi I think is really good. This Tao, General Blue's really good. I think Dragon Ball Saga needs one more like dominant LR, right? A dominant LR that you could possibly. I mean, you have Kid Goku. Kid Goku can go in slot 1. Tao can go in slot 1. But I do think they're like one solid LR, and then maybe like another just like TUR. And now we have now Dragon Ball Saga is a competitive team, right? I would never thought I would say Dragon Ball Saga is on the verge of being a competitive team in 2025. Never thought I would say that. Never thought I would say that. So let's do this. We can only get 3 rainbow orbs. Okay, so this would be a good, a good showing. Because we're only able to get 3 rainbow orbs, right? So this would be a good showing. Can we get... Okay. Ooh, we still can get the 7. Then we'll give that to Goten. So this would be a good showing. Just to show you that the damage will have a little drop off. Yeah, 41. So we lose about, what is that, 10 million damage. But yeah, oh yeah, I'm tripping. I said 4. Path to Power Kid Goku. So they're just like one solid LR. I think if they get one really good LR for the Dragon Ball Saga team, y'all, Dragon Ball Saga will be very competitive. It will be very competitive if they just get one solid like LR to replace like Bunny Boma or STR Boma. Yeah. So hopefully, I'm really curious what this part 2 LR is going to look like. Because we did, I am filming this on June 1st. So we got the Easy A details for the Ginyu Force characters. So AGO Captain Ginyu is going to get an Easy A. So as STR, Rakumen Guldo, and Int Jason Birder, they are getting Easy A's. So, I saw some names floating around for the part 2 LR. One name I did see was like an LR Raccoon. which would work because he is on the 220% for Tao's team, right? And when you look at AGL Ginyu's kit, he still needs like Ginyu Force characters. So an LR Raccoon would work for the part 2 LR 71. Crazy. But I wouldn't mind like just like another really good Dragon Ball Saga character, because they would fit the team. But I know they would have to be mission execution though, because that's seems to be the theme for this celebration is mission execution and not Earthbed fighters. We can't get Goku the 7 orbs he needs, so we'll have to do this. Because we could put Path to Power Goku in slot 3, and then all we need is 5 orbs, right? So let's do that. Can we still get Tao the 7 he need? We can. And then can we give Path to Power Goku his 5? We can. Okay. So let's see. Frieza doesn't hit that hard. I say as I question myself. Let's see. That's a Goku. We want Vegeta. Frieza damage is 3.6 million. So Frieza does have a little damage to him. Okay. And I think he supers in slot 2. Let me see. Okay, so no super. Is he gonna super Path to Power Kid Goku? If Path to Power Kid Goku does get supered and die, I think we've seen it. Like, I'm truly only focusing on showcasing Tao, and I think we've seen enough of Tao. Like, we've seen a lot of Tao. So if we do die here, I think this would be the end of the video, but we'll see. That answers my question. So I'll just see y'all at the character recap when we go more over Tao. So I'll see y'all then. All right, so here we are at the character recap, and I mean, I don't have much to say about Tao. He's really good. I think he's a really good TR. If I had to put him in like the ranking, I would probably have him Z tier with AGL Kid Goku, Hit, Tech, Cauliflower, and Kale. I think I'll put him up there with those characters. I think that's where Tao belongs. I really do. I really do feel like he's up there with them. He's a demon in himself. For content, I think Tao works in all forms of content. I really do. Even though he doesn't have like, even though he's not stacking for, let's say, Festival of Battles, but he has that 80% damage reduction. He has the melee counters on super attacks. Like, he can counter melee supers. So yeah, I think Tao's gonna be good in all forms of content. So yeah, I don't have much to say about Tao. I think he's a really great unit. So I just want to say, you know, let me know what you guys think of Tao in the comment section. Are y'all, if you pulled him, are you enjoying him? Things like that. So I just want to leave y'all with, thank you for watching the video, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye bye.